job, but I didn't want to do that. Just think about what our lives would be like without The Lion King, without Cinderella for us old timers, or Snow White, which just came out in another version. His creativity has changed our world because he's willing to stand out. Rejected multiple times from an early newspaper, but he wasn't afraid to stand out. Many of us found out about this on the internet. We talk about AI, and we talk about cell phones. We wouldn't have those without Stevie Jobs and Billy Gates. We wouldn't have that capability. So it's okay to stand out. I applaud everyone here, because everybody here is willing to be different. You want to go out and start your own business. You got your own little small business. That's what makes you special. Too many of us, not in here, but outside, just want to be in the corporate ladder. They just want to be normal. They don't want to stand out. I see that from kids young to us old timers who don't want to be different. Being different is fantastic. I'm going to talk to you about how you can achieve your own personal level of greatness. Because it's a process, not something that happens overnight. For me, my journey started about 5 years ago. Give you the background story. We all will remember forever, March 2020. COVID. Boom! Just hit us. Okay? It just came out of nowhere. Hit Brantford, hit the world, hit my family. Now, it wasn't the disease that hit my family, it was the circumstances. See, Mom is a breast cancer survivor for 20 plus years, started getting pains in her back, so we had to admit her to the hospital. Turns out it was liver cancer. So being the local boy, teaching online because I wasn't teaching in school, I had to do this online thing. It let me spend time with Mom every day because I was a sole visitor. So I got to spend some great time with my mom. Time I don't think I would have had if COVID hadn't been around. After a couple of months, we took her home so she could be comfortable. Had my family helping me out, taking care of her. To me, that time was a blessing. It wasn't a curse, it was a blessing. Got to spend and reconcile with my mom and just be with her. So Mom passed May 2020. Shortly after, Dad diagnosed with Alzheimer's. So we had to put him in a retirement home. Once again, COVID's still going on. Once again, sole visitor, but another blessing. Alzheimer's, he was a happy Alzheimer's. He thought he was at a golf course every day. Okay, middle of winter, snow this high. How was your day today? Oh, it was great. I went out, shot a great 9 holes, and got a hole. He didn't get any hole in ones. So he wasn't that lost. But I got to spend time with him. A year and 10 days after Mom passed, Dad passed away. So here I am, stuck with all this time in my hands, thinking, what do I do now? I spent the last year and a half taking care of my parents. My eldest daughter, I like to call her the wise one, don't tell the sisters I said that. She said, Dad, take care of yourself. I said, what? I said, take care of yourself. I said, well, that's a great idea. Spend so much time taking care of others. So that's where I got to able to dive into the process of greatness. I've always talked about it. I've been called coach forever. But now I got a chance to dive into what it takes to be great. So what's this process you talk about, Coach? 3 basic phases: acceptance/awareness, action, and accountability. You get those 3 working together, everything's gonna work for you. Who uses GPS to go someplace they've never been before? All right, yeah, we all do now, okay? GPS used to be up on the dashboard for us old timers, probably remember in the back there. Remember we're going out and buy the $200 GPS, put it on our dashboard there. It's in our hands now. Why am I talking about GPS? Because GPS does 2 main things for us. It tells us where we are, tells us where we want to go, and how to get there. And that's where awareness comes into play. You have to be aware of your current situation. Be aware of where you are. And you gotta know where you wanna go. You gotta be aware of where you wanna go. I like to say, I'd like to have goals. I like to have mega goals. That way, if I reach for the moon, I hit a few stars along the way. You have that awareness of where you are and where you want to go. That's your GPS is going to get there. Then we have acceptance. You have to accept your situation. Acceptance is twofold, really. You have to accept your situation. You have to accept the fact that you may not be in the best physical health. Your business may not be thriving like you want it to. You got to accept that situation. But what I don't want you to do is don't settle. Do not settle for your situation. Too many of us settle for the way things are. I'm overweight. Nothing I can do about it. It's genetics. I got no time. No. Change is possible if you follow the process. Change is possible in anything you want to do. You have to be willing to accept the next key factor. Accept the fact that you have to do the work, but you don't have to do it alone. You can get the help. I'm not talking therapists, you can go there too as well, we all need to see them. But get the help of a coach. Get the help of a consultant or a trainer. You guys are lucky in this room, we have website designers in the back, we got a salon owner out there. We got Miss Anderson there, will help you with the kitchen and bath design. They're here to help you. That's where you're going to get the help from. Use the consultants that are there for you. Once you can do that, it's going to help you along the way. So I met with my trainer. She got me on track. We started doing the action. I can talk about action forever. Sherry did some great stuff on action there. Raise your hand if you're a hard worker. I should be seeing everybody's hands out there. Because you wouldn't be here if you were not a hard worker. Okay? I don't think you're here just for the beautiful atmosphere. You're all hard workers. Now raise your hand if you've worked hard and haven't seen the results you wanted. Yeah, that's okay. We've all been there. No matter what journey you're on. I call that the proverbial hamster wheel. We're just grinding away. We're working hard, our heads are down, but we don't always know where we're going. That's where a coach, consultant, trainer is going to help you. They're going to help you map out the steps that you need to get better. A wise person said to me one time, the problem with self-help books is they don't tell me what to do. Self-help books and videos are not going to tell you what to do or you what to do. Because everybody's different. Everybody has subtle differences to their own journey and goals. That's where a coach is going to help you out. My trainer, she made me a different workout plan, different meal plan. So you're not going to get it in my book. You'll get the process in my book, but you're not going to get the steps to your own journey. Your consultant will do that. They're going to help you with that ladder of success. And like I said, I can talk about action forever. I'm going to leave you with a couple quick tips about action. 1, true success, not sexy. No siree. In fact, it's quite dirty. You got to be willing to do the work in the dark. So when the lights are shining, they're shining bright. But I promise you, if you do that work in the dark, it's going to pay off in the end. The other thing about work, just got to do it. As Jeff mentioned earlier, best time to do the action is today. Do it now. Don't wait. Okay. The last step, accountability. Raise your hand if you have a system in place that keeps you accountable. Okay? Successful people do that. They have things that keep them accountable. Things and people. Okay? Raise your hand if you weigh yourself once a month, at least once a month. Don't be shy. I'm not going to ask you your numbers. I'm not never ask a woman her Was her age and her weight? Never asked that even close, okay? But even with simple things like pounds, numbers tell a story, but they don't always tell the true story. For me, I look at pounds every morning. That's what my goals are. But there's guys at the gym who who are shorter than me, weigh 10, 15 pounds more than me. But they're lean. They're lean machines. It's because they got lower body fat. So it comes to a certain point, you have to start looking at different numbers. Social media, Sherry talked about it last year, I think, a little bit more in depth. It's not just the likes, it's the engagements. It's what's being shared. How often are they reposting your stuff? So you gotta make sure you're looking at the right numbers, not just numbers. Who has people who hold them accountable besides your partner? Okay? If you can have someone who's gonna hold you accountable for your actions, it's gonna make a huge difference in what you do. You have yourself, when you look in the mirror at the end of the day and you say, yeah, that was a great day. Or in the morning you say, yeah, it's gonna be a great day. But if you can have someone who holds you accountable, it goes a long way in you being truly successful. I like to think back to a story last year where we had a game in town against one of our rivals. I wanted it bad. I wanted to win that bad. Raise your hand if you've ever had a situation where you wanted it so bad you could taste it. Yeah, okay, we've all been there. Sometimes your head gets in the way of your heart. Got a note after the game. One of the parents said, Coach, what are you doing? You're destroying this poor girl's confidence. I said, what? Took a look at my game film. I realized, wow, two of the girls barely played. One played way too much. Way different than what I had done all year. Didn't have an assistant coach to help me. So I looked at my film. I said to the ladies afterwards, next day, I said, ladies, coach had his head up his backside. He did not stick with his values and why I'm here. It won't happen again. 3 weeks later, played the same team, crucial game to finish the season, and we won. We won because I stuck with my values. Everybody played. The girls who got the little minutes, they contributed huge, hitting the 3 near the end of the game to take the lead. But I had someone there to hold me accountable. If you can have someone who's going to hold you accountable, it's going to help you. The key thing about having someone hold you accountable, sometimes they got to tell you what you don't want to hear. If you have someone who's willing to tell you what you don't want to hear, it's going to help you. Because once you make that accountability, you can make the adjustments. You make the adjustments, you go back to being aware of what you need to do. You can do the actions, keep the accountability. It's all a process, all working together. In the fitness industry, we say you can't out-train a bad diet. So everything has to work together. So if you're not working together, it's going to fall apart. You can use the AI with your social media, with the action. So eventually you're going to have a business exit strategy plan. But if you're not working them all together, you're not going to be truly successful. Now I'd be neglectful if I didn't mention a couple quick things. You can get the book on Amazon. I'm also available for in-person speaking at schools and youth groups. But more importantly, what's this process you're talking about, Coach? And what's this journey? Let me tell you, when my kid told me to take care of myself, 6'1", 296 pounds. I was whopping. Woo! Huge! I look back at my pictures now and think, wow. What that did for me, down to 216 by the way, lost 80 and maintained the loss of 80. To me, the maintaining is really huge. Not only changed me physically, changed me mentally. More relaxed. People say to me, man, Coach, you look great. Not only do you look great, you look happy. And I am. because I'm proud. But more importantly, I'm authentic. Because I can sit here and talk to you today and say, I know what it's like to do hard work. I know what it's like to struggle. I know my struggles. I know what the triumphs are like. In the journeys, you're gonna have ups and downs. We've all had the up downs. I'm not even gonna ask who's had downs. Who's had good times in their business so far? All right? Keep your hands up if you celebrated those good times. Okay, not as many hands. Okay? So important that we take the time to celebrate the good things. Okay? I'm not talking about celebrating the fact you won a football championship 30 years ago in high school. Okay, we still got some of those out there. I'm talking about saying, yeah, I had a good day. Yeah, I had a good month. Oh, wow, I'm so happy I got a new account. Celebrate it. Be happy with it. Keep going. The other thing you're going to do is you're going to look around and you're going to see other people in your business. I want you to look at them. Look at what they're doing. But do not compare yourself to them. The moment you compare your success level to someone else's success level, you're doomed for failure. You have to determine your own level of success, your own level of greatness. You do that, and you can be truly authentic to yourself. That's what it's all about. Being authentic, being true. Most importantly, don't be afraid to be great. Because people out there are afraid to be great. You guys aren't. I want to close tonight by saying, you guys are awesome. Let's go out there, be different, be great. Thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Well, what a great speech from Coach. I don't think he mentioned it, but I guess it's a humble brag. He did write a book on the process to greatness. So if you too want to learn more about it, I suggest you can scan the QR code. It is on Amazon. I also recommend you do follow him on Instagram, Coach Romani on Instagram. One of the things that I really took away from his speech was the fact, it's something I say in a lot of my presentations, is if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. The more people that you have in your circle that help you get to a different level or support your ideas or help you grow. Maybe it's the person who invited you to this event. By joining a community, having people that support you, you can go a lot further than if you're just trying to do it by yourself. So I wanted to commend you all for coming here tonight. Thank you so much. Another thing that really touched me, coaches, is the comparison thing. When you start comparison is the thief of joy. It's pretty much what I'm trying to get at. When you start to compare yourself to others, they're not in the same season as you. They're not in the same chapter as you. You can't compare someone's today with someone of where they are today with where you are, because again, you're just gonna start discounting your wins, and you need to celebrate those wins, because just like you stack failures, you stack wins. And I think by attending tonight, you already have won. I want to thank you all for coming, and right now we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna turn the lights back on. We're gonna have a networking session between 8 and 9 p.m. Again, stick around and finish up the snacks. I can't take all that home myself, or my weight loss journey is not going to go well. Let's just have a good time. And again, I can't thank our sponsors enough, the BRC, and like I said, if I was here, if I named them all, we'd be here all night. We couldn't do this without you. One thing I like about Coach is he came to Success Summit last year, and this year when we came to, we were like, who do we want to give our motivational speech? He came up, and he stayed around after, he talked to us, and he made that connection. So as I mentioned in my beginning, is take one thing that you've learned today and put it into action. Doesn't matter if it's the small things from the social media or to find accountability, or maybe you just want to get out of your business and give your business exit strategy. Just do something, plan for your future, take that small step. And again, thank you everybody, thank you for all the speakers. If you do have an idea, that we didn't cover tonight, we'd love to know, because we are going to be putting on every year. We want to make this bigger, better, badder, and we want to teach you the things that you want to learn. So feel free to walk up to any one of the speakers or organizers and let us know exactly what you think. I also would ask that you stop by on the way out and do a little testimonial. Tell us your aha moment from tonight, some little bit that you learned, and exactly how this summit has helped you think about how to grow your business in 2025. Again, thank you, everybody. Oh, sorry.